life is changing around them, but they don't want to change. There's people in your energy that procrastinate about everything. They don't want to change. They're stuck in patterns. They enjoy living like that. When you try to do things with your life, they judge you. They don't even like themselves. That's what the problem is. Like, they're insecure. People that constantly try to bully other people or sabotage them are so miserable. Misery loves company. And then with men, it's business. With women, it's personal. And it could be a gay man, a gay closeted man that doesn't want anybody to know that he's, but he is. He just hides it with, a secret fat girlfriend or something. As long as it looks like that, because what he really wants is a man, but he's too much of a coward to be with a man. At least I'm not a fucking coward. Anyway, these people like to procrastinate everything, and then they look at people. I'm seeing that scene from Monster where he's like, she goes for an interview, right? That her whole life she's been a hooker. And then he's like, yeah, that's great. When the beach party is over, you don't get to say, gee, I want everything that person has worked for their entire life. And then she's like, fuck you. Like, you don't fucking know me. And he's like, oh, great. I'm glad I didn't hire you before, miss. And then he calls the secretary and he's like, oh, can you come remove her? Because, I don't even know her name because she doesn't have a resume. Like, it's just these things that these people, like, society, confirmation. Society has set up for them, and they keep repeating these patterns. They think that it's cool to be, the coolest person in this stupid group or gang that, group of friends, gang, whatever they call it. It's because they think that they're cool. When the beach party's over, you don't get to say, gee, I want what they've been working their whole lives for. So get your ass to work and stop procrastinating, or stop being fucking mad that you're there, because that's what you're doing. And it's funny, huh? Like, I'm seeing that scene of 21 Jump Street where they're like, he's like, haha, he tries. And what do? You drink all day, all night. You smoke all day, all night. Spend all your money doing those things, and then you're mad that you're broke, and you're mad that other people are doing what they're supposed to do. Okay, that was the other message I was getting. If you do not go with the flow of the universe, okay? If you do not go with the flow, I'm looking at my tarot cards. Truth, if you do not go with the flow, abandonment, if you do not go with the flow, show me the world card, please. The devil, detaching. Show me the world card, please. Not listening to intuition, being drawn in two different directions, like just procrastinating, delaying that because you're neglecting your self-care. Let's see, where is it? The world. So if you're not following the journey, you're not going with the flow of everything that has been set up, the way that spirit is trying to align things for you, then you're not going to get it. So go ahead and procrastinate all you want while other people do what they're supposed to do. Yeah, we've realized you're stuck here because you're self-serving. That's what it is. You are self-serving. It's all hidden. It's you, little tricky little fucker here. You're dumb. This is abuse of control. You're doing it to yourself. You're losing control. You've lost control. You're stuck there so that you can figure out what it is that's wrong with you and you can change. Because if you don't, then guess what? You're going to be right there when you're 20 years older. Same place. You're wondering why? That's judgment. Judgment call. Time to change. Time to grow up. Time to see it for what it is. Time to say, oh, look, God's spirit, universe, whatever you want to call it, is showing me something. And you're like, oh, gee, that's not for me. Okay. Turn off the TV and go to sleep. You know, get busy living, get busy dying. You choose. Just stop trying to judge everybody else for doing something with their life because you don't want to. And then, you know, that's the result. You get there at the end, and guess what? You chose that every day. When you chose to procrastinate every single day, you chose that. Yeah, your wishes have been because you're trying to hold back, because you're holding back. Your dreams have been shattered and you are unfulfilled because you're holding back. Yeah. Yeah, you're acting like you got money and shit, but you don't. You're acting like you're just waiting, like God, like you're owed something. Who the fuck do you think you are? You ain't shit. Yeah, that's your fucking abandonment talking, motherfucker. That's your fucking. That's that 5 of Pentacles. Your loss, your your rejection from society that you think. That scene from Monster, like, she has, like, all these felonies and shit because she's a hooker. Like, these people have a bad rap sheet or something that they ain't ever going to be able to get anything now because they fucked up their lives. And you know what? They're mad at other people that aren't like that. So, you choose what you want. Yeah, they're insecure and guarded because that's how they are. You know, that's blocked. They don't, I'm hearing that scene from Soul Food, that guy, he was like, no, nobody's gonna give me a second chance. The crackers that got everything don't give you a second chance. When, like, the ones that got everything, like, they got everything because they didn't procrastinate every single day. So you can choose what you want. Yeah, you want a public failure. You know, you're having a public failure. You're still starting, but you're stopping. You're drained. You're completely unfulfilled. That's what it is. So follow your passions to your purpose. Or stop trying to sabotage other people for doing that because you're so unhappy with yourself that you don't like everything, that you don't even like yourself. And when you look at other people doing what it is that they want to do, it's like you procrastinate, you rationalize and compartmentalize your bullshit to try to rationalize your behavior to keep doing what it is that you don't even like doing, that leads to your bullshit, that leads to the end goal of you being a big fat nothing. So you can be a felon and all that other stuff, or you can work on your goals and try to get whatever it is that you want to be. But it's up to you. You're wasting your energy on other people trying to sabotage them. That's the truth. The secret is that you're a public failure. You feel like a public failure. You think that you're a big boy, but you're just a Page of Wands reversed. And you're competing with a King of Cups, a very emotionally grounded person that, like, you tried to sabotage one of these people, guess what? They're just gonna laugh at you because you're wasting your energy. And I'm like, whatever. Oh, look, I need to go learn fucking Aramaic. Like, I don't care. Like, these people nobody cares what you want or what you think. The world is changing around them and they don't want to fucking change. They want to escape this conflict within them that they feel unfulfilled. And you're happy, and it drives them fucking crazy. It drives them crazy. They can't handle it. You bring out all the shit that they don't like about themselves. You point it out, and they don't like it because it makes them feel like they're left behind. And then they laugh at you because they don't have anything. Yeah, you're completely in harmony. Harmony, balance, and they're puzzled. They don't know how you got there. They're like, how are you so happy? And they're two-faced, and they're not living in their truth, and they're living a double life, and they're fucking cheater, backstabber, getting bad karma for the kind of people that they really are underneath, that they try to hide. Exhausted, like, they're tired. They like doing it also. Like, it gives them, like, they act out like an unhealed child. Like, they act out like it's just, they're stupid. They waste their energy trying to be bad people. Bad people. And you're laughing and you're happy. And they can't stand it. Because you're in peace and they're conflicted. They're conflicted. So, when the beach party's over, you don't get to say, gee, I want what that person's been working their whole life for. Get it together or don't, but stop trying to judge other people that are doing what they want.